Welcome back to Terraria, Legendary Zenith mode. This whole thing down here is not working. So, we've got two options. We could either use dynamite to destroy the entire ground here of the entire starting island in an attempt to make there nowhere close enough for imps to spawn, which takes more than even the screen. So you need to go this far, then a little bit further, past it even. Like all the way down to here. And then, in order to keep the wall of flesh the right size, potentially fill that all back up with lava. And then also still have to blow up the ceiling some more here. And I think we're still going to need to do that one at least. But I think we might be able to change our strategy here the tiniest bit. And just not have a bunch of lava here. And so, we are going to delete the lava. Looks like the sponge works just about the same as the bucket. So it's destroying a block worth of lava here. That's still pretty good. Might be a little bit more. We just need to run back and forth here a few times, getting rid of the lava. And I think getting rid of the lava is the right choice here. We could technically get away with not getting rid of the lava. Just keep this layer here. Just makes things more difficult to see where they are. It's also going to mean guys are going to spawn down below there. I think we're going to need to fill this in, possibly. That's not ideal. Maybe with a combination of silt, we could maybe deal with this. Because, yeah, the new plan is to limit the fire imp spawns to very specific locations that are close enough to us to deal with. And yeah, that area underneath there is actually not very helpful for that plan. So that's gonna be another step we need to do here. But first we need to get rid of all this lava. And our lava absorbent sponge is in fact quite absorbent, which is good. Just about as infinitely absorbent as the bucket was infinitely full. So that's good. It's gonna take a little bit here though. As much of a process as it was to put all this lava here, it's roughly an equivalent process to get rid of it all. Which is not ideal, clearly. That's alright. The new plan is to use the lower track there as our main location. Ride that across. And then this upper track is going to be slightly less so. But we're going to do some smaller scale experimenting to make sure we have everything where we need it this time. Instead of doing the entire thing and then figuring out it doesn't work. Because turns out, probably not the best plan for trying to make things here. That's okay. So many trips back and forth it takes to get rid of all this lava. I just fell on us there. Alright, back this way. It's definitely getting rid of the lava. We'll see if we can reach all the way to the bottom here. Or if we're going to need to be down in the lava. Which is definitely more awkward in instances where you have the flowing lava. You can't just walk on top of it the entire time. It's not ideal, to say the least. Yeah, these infinite items are definitely helpful for these ridiculous projects we do. Pretty worthwhile. Pretty good. We've killed 1,219 Hellbats. That's alright. I'm more concerned about the number of fire imps we've killed, because that could also come into play here. We will see what we can do with that. But first, we're still just emptying all the lava here. After all the work we put in to get all this lava here, I guess we could technically like, break open the sides, let the lava all pour out. That might be bad. It would help a little bit at least. I think that's a plan. Let's go do that. We can even potentially pour out some of this lava in this whole thing. I guess the question is, I don't think all of those sets of lava would even fit over here though, so probably can't actually get rid of all that. Alright. Let's get rid of as much lava down here as possible. Oh, we're breaking some of the... What am I trying to say? Not exactly what I wanted. Deal with this guy slowly moving out of the way. Leave. Burning. How much space is there for lava here? There's a little bit. We can't really extend that super far either. Oh, we're almost done. Let's keep on getting rid of the lava here. Let's pour it out of there. It's pouring out of here. Maybe about the same height. Oh, maybe slightly shorter, maybe. I just have just filled up this entire lower area again, anyways. So, less lava we need to delete by a small amount at least. Let's get another hole over here on the other side. We can't have those lower sections there. It's not gonna work. Not gonna work. Or at least, I mean, it's all the way over on this complete other side of the island here. So we could maybe get away with not worrying about it, depending on how long the boss fight actually takes. But a well-prepared arena would be a good plan, obviously. There's the middle. Or I guess this is the side. Never mind. Okay. There's no... problems down there. I don't think we can quite reach the very bottom of this whole mess. That's something we need to be aware of. Good amount of lava on this side. A lot of space for more lava to fall in. Slowly pouring. Slowly pouring. We're getting there. We're getting there. I think something with gravity might be the best plan for the other side here. To clear up all the problems. But first, the lava still. And we do need to get rid of more of it. Preferably all of it. Because even if we just kept the lava here, it'd be a place for the fire imps to spawn, and it's just more difficult for us to see them with no actual benefit. So, yeah, not helpful. Not really what we need. What we need is no lava. We have the Great Lava Flood, and we have the opposite of that. The Great Lava Drought. More of a dry up than a drought, really. We got a sponge here. It's doing work. Doesn't look like this has gone particularly less deep here, so I think it's kind of just filled up. That's a little bit. It just takes a little bit for it to all even out, essentially. It's still kind of pouring over this way. We dry up some of the lava right over here. That actually solves a lot of the problems. Because then it doesn't pour down in there, and then, oh, there's our base is down in there. That's maybe not the best plan here, currently. Kind of don't want that to be completely filled with lava right now. Maybe not the best strategy. Maybe. Let's just make an area for that. Pour some lava over here. Nice big hole. Oh boy, he's got an imp there, doesn't he? Yeah, he's got a voodoo doll. That's what I'm really trying to say. Which is not ideal by any means. Kind of don't want to spawn the wall flesh just right now. Thanks. Appreciate it. 270 fire imps. That's not a huge amount. That's unfortunate. Why are we burning? It's not burning. Get some regen going. Right. That works there. And we are low health. Heal up a bit. It's kind of dripping down there. There's only like this much space over on this side, and this much lava over here, and all the lava in the middle too, so not exactly going to solve all our problems here. Okay. Let's get away from that. This is still pouring. Doing a decent job. Yeah, we'll get rid of the rest of it. Once this gets not too deep, a situation where you just walk through and it doesn't count as lava, that'll be fine. Not quite there yet. We're getting there. It definitely doesn't flow super quickly, does it? That's okay. Alright. Perhaps we could, on the pass back here, we can go up to the main base and grab some silt or something. I think we kind of put that in the machine to make stuff out of it, though, so we might not have a lot of gravity effective blocks currently. Ash is kind of gravity effective, but not really. Only sometimes. That wouldn't really work. I just need to end up building in the lava, which is unfortunate, but is what it is. If we drop some water in it, wouldn't quite work either, because that would just be on top. But also, I don't think water can really be down here, so that wouldn't work either. That's okay. Going to need to be slightly lower again in order to get the rest of the lava since it's too far down. definitely going away, though. Just stand down in it for the next section. That should be good. Thinking about the max height we want to be going for. I think just putting a layer of blocks above the upper rail here would just about take care of it. And a little bit of lava over here that we can get rid of. Alright. So now we're just gonna run across here. And wherever it gets deep enough, that's actually a problem. We're gonna just kind of run. Let's get on the fixer card here. I'll fix that. And once we break out the last bit of lava here, it'll dissipate. That should be good. But a little bit more so we can break up more of the lava. We might still be getting some lava pouring down in here from above when we break the crisp honey. This is alright. This is alright. Lava. Got it here. I think the sponges are flickering. Sometimes there's not enough for it to mess with. Sometimes there is. Ow. Alright. Cleanup is almost done. And those zombies and stuff are falling. Rude. Prefer you didn't do that. Not enough to deal with as it is. Okay. Just a small layer of lava here. Still think we want to clean the entire thing up. Probably be the best plan here. Here is this section. If we know roughly the height of things we need to worry about, we could potentially do something with that. On the edges here, we could also just get rid of the floor underneath the rail. There'll be one less spot can spawn at the far ends. Couldn't solve the nowhere to spawn. At least in those instances, it would be better to not have them anywhere nearby. I think that'll work. I mean, we've said that a lot of times here, though. But we're trying. We're trying. Okay. Got the rest of the lava here. Looking good. Speed up a bit. Yeah, that's looking nice. Generally, it's still kinda spreading out this way still. That's okay. A little bit more here. Everything's good. What is the maximum speed of breaking blocks here? Doesn't feel very high. Nope, slower than that. That heal. Yeah, the slower we go, the bigger the problem is. These guys drop lava. That just continues the problem. Doing anything out here on the edges is always a process. Just because of how much everything just breaks. Things keep attacking. Definitely slows things down, that's for sure. Super or something. Yeah, the whole thing going on. Also, possibly getting rid of the ground's not the best strategy here. Because wall flesh. Alright, other side. Here we come. Yes. Here we are. There's a little bit of lava here. Manageable though. Continue the break in here. Almost can't even go slow enough. The minimal coasting speed. Yeah, that's fine. Can we go 5? No, we can't. Alright. Is it still in here? I think we're actually fine. Since the guide didn't come back, there wasn't a guide to kill for the wall flesh to spawn again right at that time. So that's convenient. I feel like the mining speed stuff would probably help a little bit here. Oh boy. And here. Pew pew pew. Alright. Let's finish this. We just coast slower. Perfect. Oh, of course, that's not allowed. Can't be done. It's almost easier to just not. Could also use explosions to deal with this, but actually, I kind of do want these on this side. This actually is necessary. Never mind. Out of here. Okay. Let's actually place the blocks again. Yeah, we need these. We want some holes in order to have the lava from like the bats and stuff fall through. Not likely to be the biggest problem. Not too much. This also filled here. And head this way to deal with a few things. Specifically, these chunks of ash blocks. That sure was deep down in the lava. Might be a dynamite kind of situation. That's close enough to the bottom there. Might be able to spawn there, which would not be helpful. I guess we would have similar potential issues on the slopes getting towards the island here. I think it could spawn down there, technically. Though that would not be super helpful. Let's see if we can solve this problem with some dynamite. Yeah, it's stuck. Ah, that hellstone. That's not helpful. Can't blow up hellstone. Those are just gonna be bits we can't really get to. Oh. Maybe we could try. It's gonna die in lava. Hellstone. Eh, that almost works. Whoop. Let's go get this other bit, if possible. Sinking. Oh, this one's just ash. That was actually fine. Not even a problem. Same way the other one was. Having space down here for additional potential issues to not be a problem. Wow, look how deep the lava is there. Wild stuff. That should... Maybe the last one right there needs some help. Well, that should just about do it for this. Should be good. Yeah, this one is right here. This is hellstone. There we go. Dangerous. This one we got set on fire. Immunity to fire blocks. Raise down from touching lava, so we're still kind of on fire. That's alright. If we just leave this side open on this side, should be alright. Next thing we need to do, at least on this side, is deal with the ceiling here. Not exactly what I wanted to do right there. We're gonna need to do a full repair of the tracks and floors once we're done with this whole system. It's just going to keep on dropping some glow stuff up, which is unhelpful to say the least. How about banner? Even one block is enough to be a problem here. So. Mimic here. dealt with. All the way on this side, we're not going to actually worry too much about it. Just because this is going to immediately be too far away once we start the fight. Mostly we're looking further in this direction. There's a lava pocket here. No problem. And the island too. They're so effective. You love it. Okay. Almost takes care of that. Few spots things could technically spawn here. Does this feel far enough up? All the way here? Nope. All flesh. How do you feel about explosives? Doesn't care too much. Just destroys more of our tracks. What a mess. What a mess this whole thing is. And nothing we're going to worry about fixing the tracks. At least to start here. Question is that high enough? I think that definitely is. We'll be monitoring upper section here. Looking for spots where things could potentially be close enough to spawn. Like right on this. Okay. Possibly there. We can deal with that. Also not standing right next to the explosion. That'd be a smart plan. That. Over here. We blow up the ground below it. You can't even, technically even at all spawn. Solves most of the problems. This. Don't really want to use multiple dynamite per thing, because then you just end up with problems. Or just falls down and is a dynamite. So let's see. All flesh is back. Hey there. How you doing? This is gonna keep happening. As long as there's lava for these things to fall on. Alright. Do. It's a process. Now we are working with the ceiling situation. Over to here. That's looking good. Here needs to not be a problem. Okay. There's some nice little spots things can spawn. Here. Start working on destroying this. Crisp honey blocks. Always a fun time. Excuse ourselves from that problem. More of that. Okay. There's always a lot of testing we can do to see how far up we actually need to have this be. They're gonna be down here. think much higher than like this would be a problem. Probably. We will find out. If we get a lot of spawns where we don't want them, we'll just need to edit the ceiling more. Here. Straight cliffs like this, they can't spawn on. That's fine. Yep. Every time we just miss, this makes another hole. And we then need to actually fill in the floor holes there, which is unhelpful, especially if lava falls into it. Okay. This whole system of ceiling situations could be ignored with a bit of blowing up lower down. That's not a perfect strategy either. That would take a lot more explosives. That. Fixing all this. That. Here. This fits. I'll drop in a bit of lava. That's okay. So that section. Not a huge amount of actual spawnable surface for this part. Should be able to just clear this downwards. In theory. This is definitely slightly slower going. Mostly because you can't just get one layer of stuff and call it good. A bit more than that. There are sections here where we could just fill it in instead of getting rid of it. They're both options. Both options. Here. Right there, something could technically spawn. We just fill it up here. Something like that. Stop the large enough area, essentially. There, possibly. That should be far enough away, though. Oh! Effort and speculation stuff at this point. That's pretty big. You need to be careful having the kind of as the main thing we're holding. Not that we can really do a huge amount of damage by just dropping dynamite everywhere. Still not a perfect plan by any means. Get some rope down here. Oh, blood moon. Very helpful. Just what you want. Okay. Just throw some bees around. Solve a lot of problems. Unfortunately, we can't throw bees and also throw dynamite effectively at the same time. So. That's looking pretty good. Especially things that spawn right here. Stop that. quantity of things spawning here. Blood moons. That's the number of things. Let's get... we need a lot more to deal with all the monsters attacking. Let's get out of here. All y'all. Okay, get this. The problem is, even if we defeat all the enemies, they just keep respawning. So, not great. And from down below, of course. All the flying guys, like a bit. And put some blocks in here, perhaps. Okay. Get some regen going. Why not? Oh, this nonsense. Blood moons. Blood moons. Where is it? Looks like right here. This is a worrisome location. Put some dynamite on it. Solve most of the problems. That. Get rid of this. So let's find in all sorts of stuff. Pots all over the place. But there's just a continuing amount of these. Just everywhere. Fill that. Break down this. 100% solve might be a little excessive. Trying to get rid of every spot. Or at least a little bit would help. There's plenty in the way. This, that, that. Okay. Here. That. This. And blow up this. Looking good. Here. Some lead ore. Why not? Let's look for some lead ore. Next problem location. Right here. Constantly switching between the explosives and non-explosives. So we can attack things but not blow everything up. Preferably. $2,650 zombies, my goodness. This area right here is power. Exploding. That. Almost don't care about the ground enemies super amount. So Mostly the flying guys are a problem. Oh, there's just floating mushroom tree here. Wild stuff. Okay. Get rid of this. All those other little floating bits. Okay. And over to you. Alright. Far enough up. I think so. Right, next section. It's over here. Them. Flying all over the place. Deal with the whole problem. There we go. Do some diamond on the ground. There's a bit of a mess. It really comes down to how far away we need to worry about. We really need to worry about all the way up to there. That's not great. That's gonna be great when it's not a blood moon anymore. I say every time it's a blood moon, basically. Pretty inconvenient. These. Here. Add in a block. Okay. Some ravens. Fun. Out of here. Island here. What? Okay. Fine. I'll get rid of this island. And this one. Okay. We got enough explosives to just kind of throw some explosives at it. Solves most of the problems. This one. This part here looks fine for the most part. Block here. Blood moon over? Feels like the blood moon might be over. I'm here for it. To be over. That. Here. Some more of this. Beautiful. The middle here? So we made it to the middle here. That's nice. I did blow up some of the rope there. Let me fix that now. Get the rope out. Go. That. Like this. I think this is halfway now to solving the ceiling issues, essentially. That's good. Right. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Livia is not the best at flying, is it? That's okay. This here? Probably fine. We'll say it's fine. We will find out if all these things we are going for are fine or not. Nope, I missed. That's alright. Ashfall there even hurts us, for goodness. Here. We'll need to do some repair work here too. That's okay. Here. Ashfall again. Goodness. Okay. Yeah, this is working. We're getting stuff. There's no more ashwood. Which we're turning into slightly rarer commodity here. With all the covering the entire middle island here with stuff. Spot in there. I think that's fine. Good spot. Needs to be gone. That up. That. There we go. Pew pew! Magic. Clatter bottle. Why not? Put this up. Put this up. Put this up. And break. Individual floating blocks. I feel like from what we've seen, they can totally spawn like a single floating block, so. Not something we can allow to continue. If we want to have this work the way we want it to work. Pull that up. Pull that up. This a ledge, or not even a ledge, A ledge is more of a problem. So when we get a perfect cliff here, things are all good. It needs a standable block for spawning. And if it doesn't have one, you can't spawn there. Or teleport. That. We're just not worried about breaking any crisp honey. It's not a thing we need to be concerned with at this stage. Up there, fine. Hopefully. We will learn exactly the height that we can not need to worry about. Any luck. Should be okay. Perfect place for there again. Spawn. Right. Fine. This needs to not be. Yep. If we don't hit exactly on the top trajectory here, it's a problem. That. Okay. Continuing to this side, we got this needs to go. This needs to go. All this stuff right here is a problem. Resetting our jumps by getting down to the ground floor. That's working. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Mirror over to here. Great. Get rid of these. That's alright. That's okay. This needs to go. And perfect destruction of that. Right there. And a perfect destruction of that bat there, too. You'll have to see it. Right here is not looking great. This could go. Right. Then this. This. Let's just make the hole even further this way. It's not super helpful. That's okay. Just a bit of hooking on, and then we can not have to worry about it. Resets the jumps and everything. Right, that we can work with. Flush. This here obviously needs to go. That's no good. And this, definitely no good. Definitely still a lot easier than trying to destroy the entire areas that actually have buildings and stuff. That's a lot more. Blow this up. On the plus side, it's kind of giving us ash and stuff. That's not terrible. This. Yep. You need to get out of here. I don't know. How much empty space we have for activities over here. It's kind of part of the point, honestly. Go. My goodness, how many demons do we need down here? Really? Wild stuff. Just gonna dodge around him. No problems. That's fine. This area needs ground, clearly. That is another thing to deal with. These islands. We're trying to use the ground against us here. I'm not going to get him too far though. This. Okay. Almost there. Around here. Here we go. I really got myself into a hole here. We escaped. Alright. Here. Beautiful. Here. Okay. Another blood moon. We definitely don't want that. That's not going to help anything. I think we just need to wait for it to not be the blood moon. And then we can actually finish setting things up. Ow. It's actually not a super safe spot to be, because the fire, but wait until it's not a blood moon. And then we will construct the final arena here. Just need to go across, fix all the holes, deal with the lava over here. But that should be completable in the final form next time. Goodbye.